Welcome to the Marvelous Moms Club podcast, where you'll be not only allowed, but encouraged to dream big dreams and imagine the very best future for yourself and your family. Throw away expectations and perfection and embrace the messy beauty of what it means to be a marvelous mom. I'm your host, Kirsten Tyrell, and I can't wait to help you discover what makes you marvelous. Okay, moms, I need some help on this one. I actually want you to, as you're listening to this or when you're finished, depending on what you're doing right now, go to my Instagram account, the Marvelous Moms Club Instagram, and give me your feedback on this because I really want to know if I'm alone. I know there's no way I'm alone on this issue, but I want to know what you guys have to say about it, how you've overcome this, if it's been a struggle for you. The thing we're talking about on today's 5-Minute Friday is the play date. Yep, the play date. That's, I feel like saying wah, wah, wah. Because as a mom who used to be a child who loved playing with my friends, running to their house, playing. That's all I wanted to do. And I never understood why my mom didn't always just say, yes, of course you can play. Yes. I was always like, why can't I go there again? Why can't she come over again? And now as a mom, I'm realizing because it is exhausting. The to-do list that happens in your brain with a play date. Whose turn is it? How long were they there last time? Is it my turn to reciprocate? What should I do? Should I entertain them? Should I let them run amok? Should I try and keep them focused on a certain activity? I mean, all the things. Like, is this a good influence on my child? Is my child going to behave if they go to their house? What kind of foods are they going to feed my children? All the insanity that runs through a mother's brain when it is time for a play date is literally mind-numbing. Does anybody feel me on this, right? For 5 minutes, let's just talk about how complicated something that should be so simple can turn to be. And I just really want to know, you guys, is this as stressful for every mom as it is for me? In fact, the other day in church, I had a mom lean over to me and she said, you know, my daughter, I think they're in the same class in primary and she really needs a friend. Like she really begs me to have play dates. And I said, yeah. And I wasn't feeling very good. So I was a more mellow version of myself where normally I would have been like, oh my gosh, that'd be so fun. Yeah. Because I can at least fake it, even though inside I'm dying a little bit. I was like, oh, that would be great. I was actually really grateful to not be the one initiating and not having to say, will your daughter be friends with my daughter? Because we all know how uncomfortable that is, right? Like, because that essentially means, will you be my friend? Because at this age, when they're like 5, you're probably going to hang out with the mom just the whole time that the kids are hanging out, right? This is a courting experience for both of you. Anyway, after she had this conversation with me about having a play date, we got each other's phone numbers. She said, oh my gosh, I feel my face like flushed right now. I've been talking about this. This is so uncomfortable for me. And I was like, oh my gosh, me too. And I was too like bleh to reciprocate that emotion and be like, I know, it's so frustrating. It's so scary. It's so daunting. And I was just like, yeah, I know. But really, if I hadn't been feeling that way, and I'm telling you guys right now, it is something that is a process and it is something that is difficult for me as a mom. And after years of being a mom, I look back and I'm like, my kids don't have as many friends as they should probably have at this point. And I have to bite my tongue and I have to like kind of grin and bear it when they want to have friends over and when they want to go to friends' houses. And I just have found the one thing that I have found is that it's not as scary as it needs to be just connecting with the other moms. You don't have to go over and have a 1-hour conversation on their doorstep. Nowadays, I have told my son, go to their house and tell their mom to text me, give their mom my phone number. Or one time my son took a walkie-talkie and walkie-talkied me the mom's phone number. And so I'm able to connect at least via text so that we have made some kind of connection. Maybe you're a little bit more invested and you want to actually talk to them and meet them face to face, get a feel for the vibe. But a lot of times you can kind of tell from the kids. And I know the neighborhood we live in is full of amazing people. And so I did that and we've had text conversations, still haven't met, but our kids are the best of friends. So if you have any other tips, if you have, just give me some love, guys. I want to know I'm not alone in this. Go leave a comment on the post on today's Instagram post and let me know if you're in the same boat, how you deal with it, and if I'm just being crazy, and if this is something that doesn't faze you at all. Thanks for tuning in to today's 5-Minute Friday. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys over on Instagram. Let's talk about it. Have a good day. Are you looking for a fun activity, some inspiration for your homeschool journey, some travel ideas, or anything under the sun that might pertain to motherhood? Make sure you've checked out all the new amazing content on marvelousmomsclub.com. It's become an amazing collaborative community full of so many messages from moms from all around the world. So if you're looking for something that strikes your fancy, inspires you, teaches you, or just lifts you up when you're feeling down, go check out marvelousmomsclub.com today.